This is Weather or Not.
And it is Friday edition of Weather or Not here, wrapping up a week. Some busy weather times ahead. Certainly was quite busy yesterday as we are now in peak wildfire season, and it kind of got started with a bang yesterday.
Yeah, and certainly we were talking about people that maybe have been moving here. Maybe you're not used to this. We always say late February through early May. This is about the time where we could get some wildfires in. We've had a history of wildfires, especially here in Horry County.
Yeah, long history of wildfires. Let's take you into yesterday. The Dirty Branch fire. This is on the west side of Conway. Good news is it is now contained at around 100 acres, but it did burn some utility poles, forced evacuation of at least a couple of folks, but thankfully no major damage from that fire.
Yeah, and you notice obviously crews were working hard at it. Went from 3 acres, correct me if I'm wrong, to 100 in a matter like that. And of course, we talked about some of the history of what we've seen here in the past. We'll get to that here in a second. But the wildfire threat going to continue through the weekend. For more on that, let's send it over to meteorologist Jenna Greenhill.
Burn ban was put into place for Horry and Georgetown County. Wildfire season runs through late February into early May. As we head throughout the day today, Saturday and Sunday, that threat for wildfires is going to continue to remain high, especially seeing low humidity and winds that are going to be gusting, that any fire that is started could spread very quickly. Average of about 3,000 wildfires per year, so it's not all of that uncommon for our area. 18,000 acres burned each year on average, and the main causes are from debris burning, arson, smoking, lightning, and even throughout campfires. So anything that does start, especially with the conditions we are seeing, we are in that moderate drought, so that area continues to be very dry. Anything that does start will continue to burn. The largest South Carolina fires on record happened in Horry County. The Clear Pond fire burned 30,000 acres in Horry County in 1976, and the Highway 31 fire burned 20,000 acres just back in 2009. Now, we aren't at the risk of seeing that large of a wildfire lately. However, crews continue to work to make sure that any fire that has been started is contained. You can always stay up to date through WNBFnews.com. For Weather or Not, I'm meteorologist Jenna Greenhill.
And speaking of that Highway 31 wildfire, of course, that one, if you were here at the time, was really a nightmare scenario. It broke out in the afternoon, strong winds, much like we saw yesterday. And a lot of times these fires kind of settle down as the sun goes down, the wind eases up. That one did not. It looked like things were going to get a lot better. And then the middle of the night, that fire just exploded. Unfortunately, it exploded and then moved into Barefoot Resort. 76 homes burned to the ground there in Barefoot. A really terrifying afternoon and night here across the area with that 2009 Highway 31 wildfire. Basically, I was here for that one, and that night, anywhere across the Grand Strand, you could see the orange glow. The sky was just orange that afternoon. The smoke was just so tall and thick. There were chunks of ashes and tree limbs falling well away from the fire. It was so powerful. So that gives you an idea. You know, our South Carolina actually ranks among the top in the country for wildfires and forest fires. And as we've been saying, we are in that fire season now through April into early May.
And those burn bans put in for a reason. It could be something as simple as lighting a grill. That could do it. One of Kentucky's biggest large fires back home was from someone grilling out in the evening. When
absolutely.
They weren't supposed to be. So anyways, we're going to have that risk as we go into tomorrow. Going to be looking at wind. However, that wind also going to be like Thursday and bring in some beautiful weather here as we go to that forecast.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. Wildfire weather often means a nice day to spend some time outside as long as you're not doing any outdoor burning. It is kind of an up and down forecast, though, for the weekend. Tomorrow certainly is going to be the warmest day. We're going to have those temperatures heading into Saturday right around 70 on the beaches, potentially even mid-70s showing up inland.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have the 80-degree reading that we had yesterday in portions like Florence and all, but I think it is going to be a warm one here that goes in. And here's the thing, while Saturday continues to look warm, another cold front comes in as we go into Saturday night. No rain associated with this one, but new data, and it's been doing it since last night. showing colder and colder. I'm now thinking upper 40s, low 50s at best for Sunday.
Yeah, quite a dramatic temperature difference here this weekend. So Saturday, obviously going to be your day for outside. And well, thankfully, that's when most of the outside events around town are happening as we head into this weekend. We've got the marathon, of course, for Saturday morning. We've got coastal baseball and softball, springtime sip in favor.
Right, that's up there in Barefoot.
That sounds fun.
Sounds
and then
good, right?
then the Mardi Gras golf cart parade at Lulu's there at Barefoot Resort. And again, low to mid 70s for those temperatures to kick off March.
How could we forget about Mardi Gras too happening? That's going to be fun up there for the golf cart parade. Let's go to Sunday. Cooler temperatures, of course, some of the things continuing. Market Commons doing a Cheers St. Patrick's bingo crawl. You can go over there, drink some St. Patty's beer, do some bingo crawl. Barefoot Landing also having their Rockin' Paws benefit concert. And then, of course, Dusty Johnson's World Junior Golf Championship. They're playing today. They played today. They play tomorrow. But they'll also have that championship round on Sunday. Some big names in town, too. Charlie Woods. I don't know if Tiger will be there, but, yeah, it's going to be cooler, upper 40s, lower 50s as we go into your Sunday.
Yeah, definitely a chilly Sunday forecast. Let's talk about our next big weather maker as we head into next week. We kind of started getting the highlight and the first alert to this yesterday. Not really a lot of change. It's a lot like the winter weather forecasting where we're in that sort of 5 to 7 day range where, that looks interesting.
Yeah, there's only so much you could do. It's got the pattern, it's got the look, the trends are there. The question is, where is this front on Wednesday? And I think that's going to be the million-dollar question. You line it up with your daytime heating, you get enough of that storm fuel. Yeah, there's going to be a risk of a couple strong storms, some wind gusts, and the tornado threat may be on the table. Still just too early. Level 2 severe weather risk, SPC coming down and doubling down on that this morning. We'll continue to see what they do as we go throughout the weekend. And as we get towards Sunday, even Monday, we'll start to get a few more of those finer details begin to come into the picture.
Yeah, still nonetheless pretty impressive to see the Storm Prediction Center putting out a level 2 risk as far as 6 and 7 days, now 5 days in advance. So this certainly has their interest peaked, and it's kind of that classic, typical springtime weather pattern. We're going to get a quick warm up heading into next Wednesday. We're going to get some moisture in here. At the same time, a strong and energetic cold front moves through, and that again may set the stage for some of those strong to severe storms. We say may, and we're going to continue to say may, possibly might, could for the next couple days until we, again, kind of fine tune those details.
Yeah, certainly going to be something we will keep an eye on here. Let's go ahead and take it coast to coast. And as we do so, let's start with those temperature extremes. How about Peter Sinks? Got -5 yesterday. You're now at -23. So cold in that what I call sinkhole of Utah.
Yeah, well, welcome back, Peter Sinks. Glad to see you actually trying to participate this time. Santa Ana, California coming in with 93 degrees for Thursday afternoon. Let's take you coast to coast, starting off here Saturday in the southeast. And again, it is mild, it is quiet, severe clear across most of the Carolinas and the deep south, maybe a high thin cloud drifting overhead. Thicker clouds down across Florida, but overall a pretty mild and really nice day to spend some time outside.
Yeah, temperatures in the upper 70s in Savannah, 77 in Orlando, low 70s here at the beaches, and even those upper 70s close to 80s as you go up into Louisiana. Let's go ahead and show you New Orleans because why not? We have to, right? Temperatures in the upper 70s on Saturday. They get a little cool down as we go into Sunday. And honestly, I think their big focal point is going to be what happens with the system coming in Tuesday night into Wednesday morning there. But a beautiful forecast for New Orleans.
Yeah, they're going to have to watch that storm threat. And that is Fat Tuesday, right?
Yeah, Fat Tuesday.
That is Fat Tuesday. They're going to have to watch that because the system we're watching for Wednesday could potentially bring some late Tuesday night severe weather. There are parts of the deep south, including Louisiana. Into the northeast we go. Their endless winter just kind of keeps going. Another reinforcing shot of cold air coming in, maybe a couple of snow flurries and snow showers for Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, into upstate New York. Bigger story up there going to be the next shot of colder air coming in for the weekend.
Yeah, colder temperatures for sure. How about Erie picking up 20 degrees there? They were sitting in the 30s and 40s yesterday. They're picking up now that cold air, 22 up there in Saginaw, Michigan, 24 in Syracuse, and that continues to be our big story with that cold settling in.
Yeah, let's take you into New York City, the Big Apples. We head through the next couple of days. You can see their drop, well, similar to ours, although more extreme as they go from the upper 50s Saturday, only a 36 degree high temperature on Sunday. They'll warm back up in the system that may bring us strong to severe storms next Wednesday, likely bringing a soaking rain there to New York heading into next week.
Yeah, let's go Midwest. This is going to be a snooze alert, but it will bring in colder weather. That cold front that's moving through the Ohio Valley will usher in cold, and you can tell with the clouds, everything's moving from the northwest. Temperatures, you would expect some of that cold air to move in, but honestly, for some of this area, not too bad. It's 19 up there in International Falls. Still, though, some 40s I see over there in Nebraska.
Yeah, cold spot going to Sault Ste. Marie. 14 degrees for a high temperature on Saturday. Contrast that with those temperatures down in Dodge City, Kansas, up into the low 60s. The southwest we go. Should we just take the southwest out until maybe monsoon season? Because, yeah, Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico, not a lot going on. Couple of clouds. Up towards Flagstaff and Scottsdale, Arizona. Otherwise, yeah, it is quiet.
Maybe we should do a national parks forecast out
there.
There
you go. I like that.
It is so quiet. 83 over there in Phoenix. You'll notice 73 there as you go into Roswell. 66 in Santa Fe, and still those upper 80s down in South Texas.
And still watching a system offshore on the west coast, just kind of slowly approaching. So clouds thicken back up from Seattle to Portland to Eugene, Oregon, as we head into the day on Saturday, but most of the wet weather stays offshore, and even by West Coast standards, pretty quiet forecast, a little bit on the mild side, flirting with 60 in Seattle, Portland at 64, and there's the milder temperatures in Southern California, 75 in Vegas, 79 in Palm Springs.
I feel like that system is crawling.
Yeah, right.
Toward the West Coast. Yeah. I feel like we've been talking about that now for 3 days for the West Coast. Another thing that's been crawling has been our Friday, I feel like. It's been a long week, but that means it's time for Friday Happy Hour. And some exciting news here from the First Alert Weather Team.
Yeah, how about that? 6 years in a row, rated certified most accurate by WeatherRate.
Yeah, and that's not just something we say to say.
Yeah.
We say it every year. We get graded on a lot of things.
Yep.
Sometimes we miss the forecast. But
more times than not, we don't.
At least we're most accurate.
Yeah.
So congrats to the team, and of course 6 years, and hopefully we'll be able to make it 7.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say about that?
WeatherRate, they have it's like a really complicated. I can't figure it out.
It's like a golf system. It's percentage of error.
Yeah.
And you want to be the lowest.
You want a low score. And so we're running low.
Have you looked at some of the other cities? Some cities, it's like the error percentages.
I've looked at some of the other stations in Myrtle Beach.
We're going to go ahead and get next before we get canceled. Let's go to this next one. Are you a big movie guy?
Absolutely not.
Really?
Absolutely not.
I feel like you like movies. Just not
especially not to go to the movies.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, the 97th Academy Awards are on Sunday. This was Darion's cup of tea because he would always fill Lauren and I in. There's a lot of movies that are up, a lot of people wondering what's going to happen. My favorite, obviously, is Wicked. You need to at least see that. Are you a musical guy? It's like I'm talking to a wall.
I'm not a big TV watcher. I do it. I don't want to watch it or movies.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yet you'll come in and be like, oh my gosh, I watched some show. You got to check it out.
Sunday is my TV watching day. I love a good documentary, love a good miniseries. So we'll see.
Well, isn't it ironic? This is on a Sunday. So there you go.
But
tune in. I want to bring something up that was in the national media and making the rounds. Do you remember Firefest?
This is crazy.
Okay.
I don't know who in the world
there he is
will purchase tickets.
I said that about, well, I guess not really the first one because you didn't know.
You didn't know.
For those that don't know the backstory, I don't know the guy's name, but he literally said, we're making this festival. It seemed amazing.
In the Bahamas.
In the Bahamas.
Yep.
You go stay. Artists are going to fly in on this private island, and there wasn't a festival, but people showed up.
Yep.
The documentaries, you can go back and watch it.
That's a good documentary to watch. If you want to watch a documentary,
I don't watch any TV.
That one is crazy, especially now that it's getting back into the news.
Here's the craziest thing. He went to prison, jail.
Yeah.
And now he's out.
He's out and he's doing it again.
Firefest 2.
I mean, look, if he can pull it off and get some people there
There's
and
no way.
And turn his life around, that is great. Again, who's going to buy tickets?
I don't know, but I think it's a low amount of tickets, but it's a high cost. Some of the more expensive tickets we're talking millions.
Really?
And he's going to put them up in this nice hospitality suite. You can look and see what all's promised on your price tag, and good luck.
Okay.
I'm ready for documentary number 2 because
Yeah, right.
you know it's got to be coming. That does it for our Friday happy hour Fire Fest. We'll do the Fire Fest forecast if it actually happens. Anything you're doing for the weekend?
Not really.
Yeah,
Not really.
same.
Going to get some yard prep done tomorrow while it's nice and warm. Probably do a little more painting Sunday while it's nice and chilly. And looking forward to game night at your house tonight.
Yeah, can't wait.
That's the most exciting thing there is.
Yeah, I'm playing some golf too, trying to win that green jacket just like you are
Good
one
luck
day
on
in
that.
Augusta, right? That does it for us here on Whether or Not. We hope you have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week.